Oh, it's just a quick hit on a Tuesday afternoon. Let me adjust the mic. I hope that that intro sounded okay. You guys are making me work. First of all, I don't know what we ever did in our lives before we had these quick hits. I had some stuff that I wanted to say about a lot of other things. We're gonna have to adjust this quick hit today because let me tell you, there is so much false crap going around about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Where do we begin, you guys? Okay, so let's begin with what is actually going around and what people are saying. Then we'll get to the bottom of whether any of this is true and whether this means anything and all sorts of other things. Okay, so don't even get me started on Blake Lively and Ryan at the SNL thing. Did you guys see that? That just popped up. But let's talk about what surfaced out there from an anonymous source. I just got off the phone for the past 2 hours with my own Bravo sources. So we're going to get into whether this is true and not true and what this really is here. So there is a report now that Bravo has fired three RHONJ stars, which I don't even know. That doesn't even make sense because there's three people that are rumored to be coming back, even though there's no show for a whole year. But we had more than six people. So that's not even possible that we would fire three people. So Andy has not said anything. The network has not said anything. And well, Andy has said something. The last Andy Cohen has said something is that we will not know anything about the show until 2026. There will be no discussions or thoughts until 2026. And that is still in effect, people. I have to break you to you some news. That is still in effect. Now, that is a 10 months away at best. So I think we're just going to have to be in this all together. We're just going to have to field this nonsense every few months because this is what's out there. I mean, we just had Jennifer Aiden a month or two ago saying she was going to come back and telling a fan to go fuck themselves and that she was definitely going to come back. And Andy was asked about that and he was like, what the hell are you talking about? That is literally insane. So this is another situation like that. I don't know if this will be addressed on air by Andy. So, but an anonymous source, and can I just say one thing about an anonymous source? I used to, and still do at times, but used to all the time get calls to be an anonymous source. And let me tell you the thing about being an anonymous source. It doesn't pay. So I don't know. I mean, you guys are all shady as fuck, so maybe you would do it. But why would I ever spend an hour, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, a minute and a half on the phone being an anonymous source to a publication that isn't going to really get me more people to listen to my podcast and isn't going to pay me? Now, I view that as a complete waste of time. So I used to get these calls and I still do, but I just don't like it. I'm just not interested, right? So that's that. But who knows? So let's just read this. I'm getting sidetracked. Jesus, it's just a quick hit. So the three women Bravo, this is all what the source claims. Now I'll get into whether this is true or not. The three women Bravo has kept engaged are Melissa Gorga, Teresa Giudice, and Dolores Catania, an insider reveals. The other women, Margaret Josephs, Danielle Cabral, and Fuda, were not given retention notices at this time. Bravo is not pursuing them for a spot on RHONJ or other projects. I guess we just forgot that Jackie Goldschneider and Jed Fessler even exist or live. So let's put that aside for a minute. According to the source, Rachel was a strong contender, but her controversial husband, John Fuda, got in the way of her potential comeback. So Rachel was a serious contender, but John cost her the job. Okay, yeah, right. Bravo found her husband difficult to deal with from behind the scenes and didn't feel it was worth the headache. Melissa, they added, Bravo loves the dynamic between her husband and her. They find him funny. Hold on, Sarah Fraser. Um, should we call you back? We're doing a little quick hit here on Tuesday afternoon for the kids. Excuse me, are you an anonymous source, Sarah Fraser? Oh, well, we don't. I'm about to tell the kids not to believe everything they read. Wait, I'll call you back in like 5 minutes because I have to discuss something with you. Love you much. Bye. There's Sarah Fraser, everybody. You see? Sarah Fraser even believes it. Oh my God. Okay. So they find Josefina Gorgasita funny and they think viewers enjoy watching him do shots and blah, blah, blah. Although Melissa, Teresa, Dolores will continue on with the network, the insider suggested that Teresa may be headed for her own show since she and Melissa are still refusing to film. As far as where the women will wind up, it's looking like NRHONJ for Melissa and Dolores, and Teresa will be given a spin-off. While fans want to see Teresa and Melissa both, there isn't any world that will happen since they're not speaking. Blah, 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 blah. So let me just see if there's anything else. Right. So the source is saying that they were retained. Now, first, or like engaged. They got an engagement letter. First of all, like this isn't like ABC will put you on hold. Like if ABC is developing a pilot or a show is going to be greenlit and it's going to star, I don't know, I just posted, I was with the Breakfast Club people. It's going to star Molly Ringwald and Ali Sheedy and two other people. And now we're not sure what year it's going to be or what season. We'll put you on hold. Like you're on hold for that project. Now, that's a whole thing. That's a contract. There's usually, I mean, there needs to be consideration for a contract. A contract cannot be one sided. That means now sometimes we can fake consideration. And in law school, you're always taught like, oh, $1. Here's $1 for this, because you have to get something out of it. But keeping you engaged, you got a letter to keep engaged. Engaged for what? Thank you, Crystal and Sutton. Jealous of what? There's no ugly leather pants in this analysis, people. So that's not how a network works. We don't send out a letter and we don't say, hey, we really like you, or we get a phone call. We really like you and we want you on the short list. There is no short list. The short list is 10 fucking months away at best. Now, but I'm very calm. I was on the phone with my sources who have confirmed that there is no truth to this at all. I just feel bad when people believe shit. Now, the network, yeah, most likely can hold you for 6 months, and the 6 months just expired after the end of New Jersey if you're doing the math from August to present. But you don't get a letter with no money that says we want to keep you engaged. That means nothing. Engaged for what? For 10 now, mind you, if this is probably why Candy, Miss Burris, when she gets a call, hey, we're figuring out RHOA and like we want you to maybe be, she's like, girl, I first of all, Ace has 1,000 modeling shoots that Momager has to go to. And there's a world tour